All right, welcome back to the show. So,
Ooh.
we were talking earlier on the phone briefly because you called me for like 10 seconds. And then you're just like, I just want you to know this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, goodbye. Like,
Oh,
all right.
oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so elaborate on that. What's going on with the Epstein files? I have not. The only reason why I haven't been following the actual media, like I look at the news to see if we're at war yet or whatever. But the reason why I'm just on a separate journey right now, just following the fittest flat Earth, and I just find a lot of his information just absolutely fucking fascinating. But before we even get into any of that, if we get into any of that, what's going on with this Epstein stuff? Because I am not caught up. I'll tell you right now. And
Well,
while you're talking, I'm gonna look some stuff up.
I'm going to tell you something, man. If you went ahead and called the cops on me, right? And you said, yeah, he's the one that did it. Meanwhile, I wasn't just wrong identity or whatever. He's the one that did it. He cursed me and called me gay, whatever. And then he pushed me, and I'm like, no, no, I did it. Chances are I'm just gonna get arrested until proven, innocent. Okay. So with that being said,
What do you mean? In this country, we actually like convict people before they're even
yeah.
court even
Yeah,
starts?
yeah,
Is that what
yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying?
Pretty much, man. Get out the car. But I was talking with some coworkers, and we were just elaborating on the Prince Andrews, I believe it is, right? Or and former Prince
Yeah, I'm looking at it
over
right
there.
now. So it's
Okay,
former Prince Andrew. Yeah.
and he actually got bagged for misconduct, in the workplace. And the Epstein files are indicating that, him and Epstein were working together on whatever, secrets, whatever. Okay. Now, they just recently put out the names, whether it's true or not, but this man's name is part of those files.
Well,
And
Prince Andrew's been I'm sorry to interrupt, but Prince Andrew's been a part like publicly. There, I think what you're saying is now they're starting to take action from what I'm looking at here.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. I think that is an embarrassment. And hear me out, not on his part. It's an embarrassment what here in the United States of America is handling the situation. Over there, they didn't care how big that guy is. There, we're gonna take you down. Meanwhile, over here, we just have lists of names and wondering, okay, what's going on? Now, just a quick thought, folks. You know, let's forget for 1 second, okay? And please don't be offended by this. Let's forget what he did before he got arrested the first time. Okay.
Who's that?
Epstein.
Epstein. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Now the man is arrested, does what, 8, 10 years, whatever it was, for pedophilia, whatever it was he did time for. I would be concerned with all the people that hung out with him after that.
Wait, who did time? Jeffrey Epstein has never done time.
Wasn't he locked up at one point?
Yeah, he was locked up, but it was a very brief time. You can quote me on this because I'm looking at some stuff right now. But as far as my recollection, he was locked up for like 16 months or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, like a
And
year or something.
but it wasn't lockdown. They were still able to. They were still letting him out on work release, and it just didn't make any sense to anyone. But what does make sense to me is that even Prince Andrew and like the whole entire circus that's going on right now, no one is going to get charged. These are the most powerful people on earth. They control everything, if that's not already evident. Obviously, we have all of these names and no one is locked up. So even when they go to prison, they're not in prison. They have like some kind of body double or someone that looks like them, or they're just not there at all.
Hmm.
That's the way this evil world works from what I'm understanding, just doing an extensive amount of research. At this point, I'm exhausting myself. Dude, I was up at 3 o'clock this morning, ironically, and just started digging and digging and digging. And when I say digging, bro, I'm talking extensive amount of research I've been doing. All right. I was just
Uh-huh.
right when you text me, I was researching because I'm trying to figure out because none of us know the truth. So when it does come to this Epstein stuff, I 100% believe that he's still alive. At this point, from what I've been researching, he's still alive. Ghislaine Maxwell is not in jail. That is not her. You can look at two pictures together, and I'm not talking about like the face copy stuff. I'm talking about two separate pictures, and that is not her.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are fucking with us right now.
Listen. If people don't remember this, I think I like to think that I was still in school when this happened. Do you remember when I should have looked this up so I could get the right date. I mean, I might have been working in the school or I was still in school,
It's
but
all right. I could type away right now. Yeah.
do you remember when they cloned the first sheep that I think lived for like, I don't know, 2 weeks, 2 months or whatever it was, and then it died? I don't know if you remember that.
It-
Just I'm just throwing that out there.
yeah, I don't think they're cloning anyone. I don't think they could do that.
Okay,
And
sure.
I have reason to believe why though. I'm not just saying it just to say it. Because of cosmetics, plastic surgery. We watch the movies. We've been seeing because you did call it out before. Let me bring the screen back up really quick. You brought it out before when you were talking about AI and how powerful it is.
Hmm.
And I think AI has been out a lot longer than we think. And their technologies that they had has been around. Like when CDs first came out, where they had CDs like 20 years prior in the military.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and yeah, you can please look that up. I encourage anyone. What's going on right now is a lot more sinister than we think. So, what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to pull up really quick. So, this is Jelaine, right?
Yep.
Okay. And now we're going to go to her interrogation. So, let's go. Not the interrogation, the deposition. Okay. And just be honest with yourself, right? I'm not asking you to believe anything. Does that look like the same
Mm-mm.
person right here? Take a look at this.
No.
You see her nose,
Yeah.
right? What's up with that? Was she got plastic surgery to make her nose look worse in prison? That doesn't make any sense.
Can you go to the top of her head? Or is that's the actual picture?
No, no, no. I can. I'm just yeah, I was afraid I was gonna do that, but that's fine. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, something not matching there. The other one has like a weird head shape.
Yeah, of course it's gonna start lagging and doing all this dumb shit. But yeah, you
Because
see how so right here her whole entire head is longer, right?
yeah.
So I'm not trying to start any conspiracy theory. I'm just using my eyeballs and I'm like something is wrong here. And then you look at this and it's just like no, 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 no,
Mm-mm.
no.
No.
And remember, she just got caught up in the game.
Yep.
So just because you're in jail for 4 years like that, that's not what it does.
So
And
what you're
for
saying, what you're saying, like,
look at her
what's the
ears, bro. It's not
what,
even the same.
what's the thing? Ariana Grande, I think that's who it is. Um, Supposedly she has a lookalike that does all the social media videos, the interviews and all that. And when it comes to the show, you actually have the real Ariana doing this singing and all that. I'm
Well,
like,
yeah, and before we go down that rabbit hole, I just want to bring it back to the whole Epstein thing really quick because this is important for us to understand. The whole cloning thing, like
right
these
there,
are
leave
not
it there, leave it
these
there.
are not the same people. You can
Uh,
clearly see that. Her nose, like your nose does not change like that, bro. Look at her nose here and look at her nose there. So the reason why they do this is to see how much they can test us. It's sort of like COVID. It was a retention of stress. They wanted to see how far they can go to really piss us off before
yep.
we revolt. So in a situation like this, as you can clearly see with your own eyes, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you if you can't see that these jaw lines are different, the ears are different, and specifically the
Yeah.
nose. You know, so what's happening? I guess that's my thing. Like that's what I think. Like, okay, what
Well,
is
well,
going on?
you know, you said it. Perfect example when you said the COVID. Okay, to me, the COVID was a test to see how society can
How
cooperate, can
far they can
listen,
take it?
how
Yeah.
far they can take it before I'm not wearing this mask no more. Rah! You know what I mean? So, yes, I believe that here in the United States, at least, with the Epstein files, because like I said, over there, they're taking care of business already. All right, in London.
But it's all a show, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, no,
It's
that's what,
not
yeah, yeah.
real. This is
Because,
all this is
you
all a
know,
fucking show.
here we fought why did they redact these names? Cool. Names are redacted as you're reading this, you're just wondering who it is. But now instead of unredacting all the files so you could read who it is, they just give you a list.
Yeah, but so again, it's so irrelevant at this point. Like the whole entire Epstein list, like they gave you now 6 million pages to go through. I'm not going through any of that. All it's going to do is distract me from what's really fucking going on. And what's really going on, and this is my opinion because I don't know everything, is that you think these motherfuckers are dead? You think they have that much power built in a legacy for themselves with all this technology today? You think they're dead? No. It's already been proven that this dude faked his death. Well, not proven, I'm sorry. It's been
Well,
said in those same documents. So now they just have the entire world. Everyone's talking about this Epstein shit to the point where I don't even want to hear it. I'll talk about it, but I don't.
okay,
There's nothing to
you
hear.
you know what? I'm going to ease your mind here. Okay, I'm going to blow your mind. Okay, I just while you was saying all that, wondering, what's going on here, what's going on. You know what? That guy had so many names, okay? So many people, so many powerful people, okay? Here you get arrested, okay? Here they take you to a facility. What in the world makes you think that he didn't have control of that? Or let's just say Trump knows the guy in that facility. Hey, we're gonna fake his death. I'm just hypothetically saying, folks. I'm not saying Trump did that, but
Yeah.
anybody with power who knows the warden, or who knows if the warden wasn't involved in this. There's a lot of names. Like this is how I looked at it. The list came out, and I was curious. I ran through it, and I caught myself again being mesmerized. Oh, he's on the list. Oh no, not this one. Oh my God, I watched that guy's movies. Like that's what's happening right now. People are going through the names. And then when I caught myself, I was like, you know what? Until something tangible is shown, until we see something. And right now we are at a day and age where nothing is real no more.
Oh, but
So I'm going to show you a recorded video that I recorded, Vic, just last week of the most stunning thing, and it's all blurry. Like, come on, man. Give me a break with that.
yeah. So there's a lot of cover up. None of these
Yes.
none of these people. There's the only justice is coming from God. So let's say I'm not even going to preach to you specifically. I'm going to talk to all the Christians and all the people that believe in God and
Hmm.
all the people that actually read the Bible. And we're talking billions of people around the world, from Jews to Muslims to
Yep.
whoever. And I'm not saying the actual Bible, I'm saying the scriptures, considering that there's a creator. Because I know at this point where we're at in life, I don't believe in a creator. I know that there's a creator.
Hmm.
There's now we're in territory where it's just like evil is being unrolled where let's see who gets celebrated. Monica Lewinsky, she had a fucking photo op. Hundreds of reporters. I was watching this the other day. This is before I just turned off I said, you know what? I can't do the news right now. I can't do the media. when I'm refreshed and I have a new pair of eyes and a new pair of ears to step back into that realm, then I'm going to start reporting on it and talking to you about it with a whole new set of eyes and ears
Yeah,
because they're
yeah.
celebrating Monica Lewinsky. Okay.
Yup.
Let's take it further. The Cash Me Outside girl. Her net worth is $50 million dollars for cursing at her mom, stealing her car, cursing out
Yep.
Dr. Phil, which is another shill to the whole entire establishment, creating videos that are just vile and absolutely disgusting. And these are the people that we're praising.
Well, don't forget, she also got into the OnlyFans, showing
Well,
her
yeah, of course. But
privates and all
that's
that,
my point. But she didn't get there from OnlyFans. She got there from acting like such a cool little bitch. And then, of course, everyone's going to be lining up just like Little Tay. You create this illusion that you're young, you're hot, and then you do an OnlyFans and boom, you're rich. That's not normal on Earth. That's evil. That's not
Yeah,
normal.
that's an interesting thought, man. I never looked at it like that. So what you're saying is, again, being brainwashed, just what you're watching on TV, that, you watch the news and you get scared, like, oh, that could happen here, whatever. Here we have Dr. Phil. What did he air a lot? He aired a lot
Of bullshit.
of kids that were bad. So here you have a kid like, oh, I want to be like her, man. Yeah, fuck you, mom. Whatever. You
Hmm.
know, you had the most longest running violent stage show, the Jerry Springer show. You know what I'm saying? So, like what was the biggest show, believe it or not, man? And folks, correct me if I'm wrong, please comment. Bad Girls. That was the craziest, wildest. Let's put eight bad girls together and see how they get along for a month, and it was nothing but fights, hate,
Yeah. Now,
you know.
yeah, fast forward all of that because I don't want to get lost in
Yeah,
nonsense,
yeah.
right? We need to stay focused on what's happening right now. Fast forward that, and what do you see now? Now you see high schoolers and elementary schoolers
hmm
protesting ICE. Bro,
Hey, you heard
how
about the
much
teacher who took out first graders to protest? First
how
graders.
much deeper of evil and wrongdoing are we going to go where now you're training kids to disrespect adults willfully for the sake of what? Of just chaos.
And
Complete fucking chaos.
you know what? Right now, we're talking about the Epstein files, right? Um, you still have people talking about it, but you know what? Everything's all about, everything else out there. There's always an agenda to get people. Okay. I told you before. Now they're talking about, oh, we should be in war by Saturday. Like, oh, okay. Well, why are you,
Uh,
stating that?
well, this is why. And this is another thing too, because I'm like, I'm on fire with truth right now.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of things that you're saying that I'm just gonna fire right back at. Again, if you're a Christian person, let's say specifically a Christian, because now we're talking about the Second Testament or the Gospel. Well, guess what it says in Revelations? At the
Hmm.
end times, there will be rumors of war. And that's why it's important. Don't pay attention to that shit. Pay attention to
Okay.
what we are doing as humans, because this whole Epstein shit ruined my relationship with one of the best friends that I ever had. And you
Wow.
know
Sorry to hear
what?
that.
Yeah. When my friend was, talking shit, you saw it on Facebook. They
Hmm.
were all talking shit. And it's just like, damn, you know what? I fell into that trap and that's why I decided to stay away from it. The damage is done. There is no repairing it. I have no interest in repairing it. And the reason why is because I don't want to waste energy on nonsense. Period. If we could come to the table and say, you know what, I was wrong, you were wrong. I'm not coming to the table saying that, oh, I was wrong and I'm sorry. It's just like, no, we are all wrong. How do we move on? And if no one's able to do that right now, then you have to we can't be saviors to everyone. It's like, okay, well, then you deal with that. You know, if you think uh, what's going on with the left and the right and you're choosing sides, I don't even have a side right now. The side that I have at this very moment is that man upstairs. And
hmm
he is a lot closer than people think. A lot closer than what people think.
It's very interesting when you said the left and right, and you don't know who to listen to or who to believe, but the man upstairs. Okay, that's the most interesting thing about what's going on with the Epstein files. It has the left and right. So when it comes to politics and all that, what's real anymore? Because the left and right has their agenda. Well, the left has their agenda and the right has theirs.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember, you know, the big talk was, oh, you must be a Democrat. Oh, I'm a Republican. Now it's like, you must be a leftist. I'm a rightist. It's like, okay. So it's, it's like, bro, let me tell you something, man. It's very sad that you lost a friendship over something that was given to you. Everybody saw it. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. Okay. We're not saying, oh, this man did that, but they're giving it to us like that. Okay. We're not saying that there's no evidence because they're showing some evidence, some things that make sense. You know what I'm saying? But here we are, you know, when it first came out, you and I jumped on it, if you recall. It was interesting, it was good talk. And the very next day, read just like a whole rainbow of redactation. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, like, oh, what happened? You couldn't get onto nothing because it was too much for the people. People are not fighting, you know? You said it yourself. You lost a friendship over it. You know what I'm saying? But it's there for you to see. It's just this is my take, just like you have your take. You know what I'm saying? And me, I could disagree with something, you could disagree with something with each other. Like it's just normal
Well,
stuff.
yeah, well, people can't take control over their emotions, right? Including myself. However, when it comes to, if you go back into my Facebook comments and you read exactly what I'm commenting back to my friends and family,
Yeah.
I'm not being hostile towards them. I'm being hostile towards people that are being hostile to my country. They, in return, are being hostile towards me, calling me a monster, me names, me this. I'm a piece of shit. I'm all of this. I didn't even respond to them. I said, I'm sorry you feel that way.
I remember that. Yeah, you used to respond like that. Like, oh,
So
I'm
that
sorry you feel
that
that
that's the
way.
thing. I don't
Have a good
want
day.
any of that energy next to me because if you're willing to disagree with me respectfully and not name call, because I'm only going to take the name calling to a certain extent. Like, yeah, name call me, I'm going to take it. Small example. Actually, I don't even want to mention that right now. I'll talk about that
Yeah,
personally.
yeah, yeah.
But there was something that happened last night, which was a revelation to me. And this is a part of my growth because I don't want to combat people. I don't want to take it too far where
hmm
we're all separated because when that happens, it becomes extremely dangerous for everyone, right? When you start just compartmentalizing your friends and your family, like you can't take it too far.
Yeah.
And right now, I do understand that we are in the biggest spiritual battle, and I'm talking like battle of information where you can see it. Just open up Twitter. Open
Yep.
Twitter. Open
Yep.
Twitter right now. I dare anyone that's hasn't done it in a while. It's just complete insanity. And the reason why I mention like, Christians and the Second Testament and stuff is because you guys are going to church. According to a lot of them, they're reading the Bible, but are you really paying attention to what you're reading?
hmm
And I know I said this before, and I'm going to sound redundant, but are you paying attention? Do you see what's going on? That's why I said with the rumors of wars. Are we there? No. All we see is on a television screen. We're not there. How
Not
many
yet.
people you know that are sending you like photos and videos and like, yo, look what we're dealing with, dodging bullets? Like,
Hey man, great movie. Great movie. If people don't think we're in war, I would. Great movie. Red Dawn. You know, Russians came over, parachuted in, and took over basically took over a town. And you know, back to what you were saying, you know, again, everything is opinion here. You know what I mean? And some people are sensitive. You fell victim to a post that I put with
Which
my
one?
friends. Those were my friends when they were
Oh,
attacking.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And I was like, wow, bro, it's just an opinion. You know what I'm saying? You lost a friend because of an opinion of how you
Friends,
felt.
like
Or
family, bro.
friends, okay? Like, it's your right to believe what you want to believe, and it's your right to think. There's a difference. I believe this, you know? No, you never said that. Like, yeah, me and you, we're talking back and forth about Epstein files, ICE, and all this.
Yeah.
It's all opinions. This is what it looks like to us. You know what I'm saying? You know, and if you don't agree, you'll let me know. And if I don't agree, I'll let you know. Or we just grow together and learn more from it. And people are just afraid to learn. I think people are afraid to understand. Listen, the biggest lie in this world is the news. Stop watching the news. You know what I mean? But you know what? I'll
Well,
be honest with you,
it's
man.
not. Well, we have to follow it because this is what I opened up with. We have to, yeah, stop believing the news. Please watch the news with a new set of eyes and ears and pay
Yes,
attention
yes.
to what's going on. Because what you don't want to do is completely ignore everything and then a hurricane comes and it's just like, holy shit, I'm fucked. Yeah, pay attention. Pay attention.
Listen,
Yeah.
when I'll give you a good example, okay? Just so people can understand how you listen to things and you're like, oh my God, you know, when you guys had the snowstorm, especially in New York, okay, they had the snowstorm. And, my wife says, oh, call your daughter, make sure she's all right. I'm like, for what? They got that snowstorm coming in. I said, that's because they drilling that into you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a regular snowstorm that comes and goes, and there's just danger behind it. You and I have been through plenty of them.
Oh,
I'll never
shit.
forget the one. I don't know what year, but I was living in Gouverneur at the time, right behind the school.
Mm-hmm.
It snowed so much that I couldn't even open up my car door. Okay. But rest assured, Julian, to make sure them bros were paying to get kids to school. I don't know if you remember that.
Well, there was actually, yeah, there was a lady on TikTok. She actually, uh, you know how I guess they answer you on TikTok, they'll put your comment there, and
Yeah,
she was like, yeah, in my words, you can look it up on TikTok. Anyone can go there.
it's when you do a live feed, you can see the comments. Yeah,
Well, no, no, no. What I'm saying is that I responded to her and I said, when she was stuck in snow or whatever happened, and I said, well, this video didn't age well. And then she put that post up and said, VFR, you were right, whatever. And I wasn't trying to be right. I was just saying, like, when you get a warning, you might want to take it serious, especially when you
yeah,
see the environment changing over you.
yeah,
You know what?
yeah.
Chemtrails or whatever the case is, it's just like you might want to take it serious. And they weren't prepared.
Absolutely, absolutely. But you know what? Sometimes when I think that when you get news like that, yeah, you got to be careful. Don't drive anywhere. Make sure you stock up. Uh-oh. I better run to this empty store now because everybody's
Hmm.
stocked up. You know what I'm saying?
But you should be
And
prepared either
and
way.
then it comes and goes. You know what I'm saying? Bro, let me tell you something. I've never stocked up on any emergency. I mean, this,
You're
like,
nuts.
no, dude.
Yeah, you're
I
nuts.
always have plenty of food. Like, I'll look at my
Oh,
fridge.
I
I'm
see
like,
what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
we'll be
yeah,
all
yeah.
right. But guess what? The one thing they never tell you, what was it? Hurricane Irma? I can't remember the hurricane that came through here
Oh,
that
Irma fucked us up, dude. I was
that
there for Irma.
yeah, the electricity was out and all this.
Bro, it was
That's a
bad.
problem. So here we are running out getting milk and drinks and frozen food, and you got no electricity, bro. Now what? You know what I'm saying? So like, I look at that stuff and I'm like, all right, well, you know what? I'll just get a couple of loaves of bread, just a couple. You know what I'm saying? I'll get my peanut butter and jelly. That can't go bad. And that's it. You survive on it. Hey, ramen, just throw some water in there. It'll get soft after about 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Then you eat your ramen noodles, you know? But people, they're like, oh my God, we're gonna die. Let's go buy steak. Yeah. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
candy and just toilet paper.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you could easily wipe your ass in the bathtub, bro. It's not that serious, dude.
No,
Seriously.
it's not. And all you need is a styrofoam cooler or a cooler and just keep stuff in there and just hope for the best.
Bro,
Once that,
survival in the United States is easy. We just choose. It's just like I'm glad in Florida they just banned all the sodas, the junk food, and all that shit from EBT. Good. Stop.
yeah,
Stop.
absolutely. The
Stop
steaks.
it. Stop it. Yo, if you're starving and you want more, just like anyone else, it's just like you're a recipient of the government, living off of you, living off of me, whatever. I mean, look, man, I get it. But so what does that mean? That you should get a Bentley while I'm still driving a Honda to support your Bentley? Fuck you.
Well, you know what, dude?
100%, dude.
I'll tell you this much. There is no fairness here, okay? Because you're a man and you're taking care of your daughter, okay? You know, child support's just this much. EBT is just going to be this much. But once you put a vagina between your legs,
Mm-hmm.
holy crap, man. They don't even have to work.
Every time I mention that shit, bro, like these people out here get so upset because they're like, well, it's like, what do you mean? Well, if you Google single parent help in James City County, Williamsburg, Virginia, whatever the case is, you see the first thing and the first couple of pages is single mothers.
Yeah, you don't see
You
father.
don't see single
Never.
fathers.
Because they expect you to be the working man, but we got daycare,
It's fucking
okay?
unbelievable,
We
bro.
got after school programs. You know what I'm saying? We got a growing child for that matter. The appetite grows as they grow,
Hmm.
but yeah, hey Vic, you qualify for EBT. We're gonna start sending you $60 a month.
Oh, that's great.
Let it
Thanks.
be
I
let
really
it be a
appreciate it.
let it be a mother with a single child. Yeah, we're gonna start you off for 380, and it'll grow as your child grows.
And we've already experienced that though.
Uh,
When the tables were turned, I was giving the mother of my child $500. But this all correlates to everything that's going on here on
yeah,
Earth. The whole
yeah.
point is to create chaos so everyone is angry, miserable, low energy, eating food that'll make you live till 60, maybe 70 if you're lucky. Meanwhile, we're supposed to be living to 120 at least, according to the Bible. At max, I'm sorry, 120. So how much can you get done if you live to 120? That's double your lifespan. Double your lifespan. So
hmm
you go through all your bullshit, and then at 40 years old, let's say as a man, you start living life, but then you die at 60, and it's not your fault. It's just what you've been eating because you don't know what's proper to eat.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something, man. Okay. Um, when I wasn't working, I applied. I did apply. And I don't know, I got like no more than 300. It might have been like 290 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I remember going to I don't know what they call it out here in Florida, but bodega so people can understand,
Yeah, I
store
get
where
it.
they
Yeah.
sell sandwiches and all, right?
Corner store, that's what
And
I call it.
I became a regular because I always got a sandwich for dinner, cold sandwich. It has to be cold, not hot. And one day I go in, and I'm not saying I started this, I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only one that had this bright idea. I go in, and I'm like, listen, man, I haven't had a hot plate in 2 months. I remember telling the guy
That's
this.
crazy. Is that true?
Okay.
Like for real?
Yes, yes. It was always a
Jesus,
fucking
dude.
sandwich. And I just got tired of eating sandwiches,
I'm
bro.
so sorry you had to
Cold
deal with that,
sandwiches.
dude. Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I would buy food, but I was in an environment that I didn't have my own refrigerator. I was renting a room and everything, every time I bought, I'll never forget the day, man. I brought a dozen pasteles, bro, from my mom. My mom gave me some pasteles, right?
Yeah,
I got one out of the 12, one. You know, they all ate my shit, you know, and I'm not here to fight. You know what I'm saying? I just want my
understood.
room. Just want my room, maintain the peace. So I started to just get sandwiches. You know, I was angry. You know, I didn't want to buy food. Every time I bought food, it was gone. Okay, but the point is this. This is how the system works. This is how people work. I was desperate and I wanted a hot plate. And I told the guy, look, I would like to have a hot dish. I haven't had a hot dish in like 2 months. Okay. Just charge me for one of your, $10, $15 sandwiches. And he did that. And he says, that's not a bad idea. Let me do that. So yeah, I might have been the cause of the EBT steak and all that shit. Who knows?
That well, that's a total different fucking taking advantage. We're talking about people that are just coming here illegally and just taking full advantage of all of us. Fuck that. There's a total
Yeah.
difference, bro.
No, no,
Total
I hear
difference.
that, but what I'm saying is when it comes to the system, they will work for whatever they can profit on. Okay. So again, you and I spoke about earlier today about the Epstein names and all the files and all the people's names and all of this and that. You know what I'm saying? They're all powerful people. So why would the United States take action? These are people that are still in chairs, bro. Still in
Still
chairs.
in chairs, bro. They're like the Avengers. They have
Yeah,
superpowers, bro. Like
exactly. You
you're
know?
not stopping them. This is their world. And this is what again, I'm gonna bring it back really quick to the whole, Jesus or is his name Jesus? Like I don't think it is. I think it's Yeshua because Satan brought Yeshua to the top of the world. The top. I don't know how you go to the top of a world on a ball. That's confusing. But let's just say the earth was flat, per se. Take you to the top and showed you all the kingdoms of the earth and said, bow to me and all of this will be yours. How can you have the power to give someone the kingdoms of the earth if you
Hmm.
don't
Hmm.
control it?
Agreed. Well, like the book
According
of
to the
Quran,
Bible, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
and let's just go from the Bible to the book of Quran. Okay, the book of Quran states that Jesus walks amongst us. You know what I'm saying? Very interesting. It's a very interesting thought, an interesting, analogy, if you will. Like I'm not trying to I'm not trying to insult,
I'm
but
listening.
it did pique my interest because, like, wow, can you imagine that? I could be working with Jesus right now for all I know.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, um, now we got, people who look alike, people who have resemblances. We don't know where that goes. You say it's the demons, the fallen angels. You know what I
I
mean?
wouldn't say demons,
Um,
but
well,
yeah.
yeah, let me be fair. Yeah, not demons, but fallen angels, this and that. The other day you showed me a comparison of a singer compared to Hugh Jackman, and I told you, yo, that I thought the first picture was Hugh Jackman. I'm be straight honest with you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
know, what are the chances of that? You know what I'm saying? We are led to believe. Now, folks, please don't judge me on this. This is just my opinion.
Fuck them.
But we are led.
I don't give a fuck about them. Yeah.
Were those the two words?
Ah, well, that too. Yeah.
We are led to believe that every billions of us have different fingerprints. Different. I find that hard to believe. Just like a snowflake, they say no snowflake is identical. How?
What do you mean? How? That's
Hey,
absolute. That's a fucking fact.
no, no, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that in there. But when it comes to the human fingerprint, I don't know, man. I have a
It's a
hard
fact.
time. I don't know, man. Is it, or is it someone who just wants to bring you down? Like, why not? His fingerprints
No,
all
it's a literal fact, and the reason why I'm gonna explain this to you, okay? I again, and I hate to keep repeating this, but I have to so people understand. Dude, I've lived in so many fucking different states, and I've met so many fucking different people. All you have to do is say maybe a sentence, and I can identify who you are, because we
okay.
all
Like where you're
have.
from, right?
What do you mean?
Like if they talk to you, that you were like, oh, you must be from wherever.
No, no, no,
Oh,
no.
okay, okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Anyone in the world can call me right now and try to act like you. Guess what? They ain't not one motherfucker that I know because we all have a personal identity.
Yes.
No one can trick me. No one can trick me to make me believe that you are you if they're not you. Body
Okay.
language, fingerprint, eyeball, the eyeball cannot be recreated. Period.
Hmm.
Maybe it can, we can't, as far as we know.
Yep.
You know who your wife is. If your wife took on a different, like, let's say, same shape, same size, same fingerprint, same fucking everything, but once she starts talking and her body language, you know it's not going to be your wife.
Victor, I think it was you, if I'm not mistaken. And I've done this to plenty of people, but do you remember when you reached out to me and I wasn't sure if it was you, and I had to pop a question just to make sure it was you?
I do remember that.
Okay. And you told me, oh, you're a security guard from 95. And I thought, oh
Hmm.
shit, oh, what's up? I do that a lot because I have received in the past text messages that I'm like, I don't think that's, I don't know. I don't think that's who I think it is. It sounds like somebody else because of the way they write and the way they're doing it. Like you get used to how a person texts you or communicates with you.
It's dude, it's an incredible thing that our Father in heaven has blessed us with. And you have to
Yeah.
think about this too, right? In the United States, you can have multi-cultures, over
Hmm.
200 different,
Yep.
all over the place. But if you go to China, Japan, Korea, whatever, from what we see on a television screen, everyone looks the fucking same, right? But when it comes to that one individual that's trying to detect who their child is or whatever it is, you know,
Yeah.
you may
Yeah.
slightly look the same, but we are so significant on this earth, bro.
Yep.
That's why I believe in fingerprints. Now, if you want to talk about a squirrel, okay, you got me there.
The claws are different.
Who the fuck? Like, yeah, I mean, like, you look at golden retrievers, you look at Rottweilers,
Yeah.
you look at that I can say like maybe you can get their different fingerprint, which you probably can. We don't know how deep God goes,
Yeah.
but when it comes to us,
Hmm.
I've walked into businesses that I've worked from in all different types of state, all different states. And this is something that I really actually value about myself because we all have something that we value about each other, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think about it, it's just like, man, I am valuable in that sense. I've just working in so many different states. Okay. If anyone doesn't believe me, take my social security and see where I worked. A lot of different fucking jobs
Yeah.
in a lot of different states. Okay. Where you walk in and they're like, man, I knew it was you because of your energy and your voice. I could tell the difference. Yes.
Yeah.
Because we are all different.
Hmm.
Billions of people on earth, the probability of bumping into someone and thinking it's me, brother, saying, "Oh, you want to have dinner?" and we're in the studio, like you're going to detect something that is very
You know
wrong.
what? I will 100% agree with you. I have come across people in my lifetime that I thought I'll use you as an example, like, oh, is that Vic? But the walk's different. Oh, that's not Vic. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Before you embarrass us, yo, Vic. You know what I'm saying? Like you just like, oh, just stay quiet. You know what I'm saying? So,
Uh,
like I will consider
Henry,
that.
think about a fingerprint, dude. All it takes is what? A little shift to the left on one line out of thousands of lines that you had. That's the point. So yes,
I got you.
we are all, that's not me believing it is. We are all different. And it's fucking insane. We are not cut from the same cloth. No,
It's just like
far
blood,
from
man.
it.
The DNA, the blood alone,
Far
can
from
be
it.
separated. You
Yes.
you could do a family tree from DNA, and then unfortunately you have fathers or fathers, not mothers that go through it, but fathers that be like, I don't know if that kid is mine, man.
Hmm.
They do that blood work, like, yeah, it's not yours, like
How about this? Fuck the blood work. How about that child responded the way you would respond
hmm
as a child to the same circumstances? Because
Yep.
yo, we are so magical.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we have about 15 minutes left. Okay.
Okay.
And that's just from the time that we dedicated ourselves to. So I want to save at least 5 minutes of this to show you something that,
Go ahead. Let's go. I love
yeah.
videos, bro. Show
And,
it.
let's just recap. We're talking about the Epstein files and how it's a distraction. 1000%. Is there truth in there? 1000%. Are we going to find the truth? That's on you, right?
Well, I tell you this much. Can you
Not you. I'm
imagine?
just saying,
No, no,
yeah.
no. I will share this with you and for those that are listening. I will express this strongly. Just imagine you catch a name of a judge that put you away for 10 years. Imagine that.
And that's where I would agree with you when it comes to the redactions and such. It's just like,
Yeah.
piss the wrong person off, but they're not stupid. They're
Yep.
highly intelligent. They're
hmm
nowhere near stupid, but they still have to tell you the truth. I was
Yes.
trying to explain to my mom right before we got on. I sent her some pictures. I know she wasn't going to receive it well, but I was just like, hey, this is this is that, this is that. And she's like, well, I'm just trusting in Jehovah that he protects us. And it's just like, yeah, I get it. I understand what you're saying. I didn't say this in my head. I was saying this. I get it. Some people are terrified from knowing the truth. Dude, the truth
hmm
is fucking terrifying.
It is.
Think
It is.
about being in a 30-year marriage and you find out your wife was cheating and you never suspected it ever. Like you never suspected it, but then you find out, once you find out she cheated on you one time, do you think it was one time, brother?
Nope.
And I'm not talking about your wife. I don't mean to
No,
put
no,
shit into your head.
I'm just saying that the mind will corrupt you hard.
Bro,
It's
you think it was one
movies,
time?
news.
Mm-hmm. One time?
How long has this been? How long has this been going on? You know what I mean? It becomes like that. Oh, just once.
All
I
right.
don't know.
I'm about
What's
to
up, man?
take you down a journey.
Let's go.
And I'm gonna spitfire this shit. You tell me when it's too much or too little. How about that? This is the Statue of Liberty,
Yep.
ladies and gentlemen. Okay. We're pulling up to the picture real quick.
In case if you folks don't know, the Statue of Liberty was fought between New York and New Jersey because New Jersey wanted it to face
Oh
them.
yeah, yeah. That's just another distraction. But check this
Yeah.
out. What's this over here? What's that? What's that
The
right there?
chains?
Chains? Is that chains?
Nah, bro. I never seen that, bro.
Hold on. Hold on. Does that look like a lady's foot? Be
Nope.
pretty unattractive.
Yeah.
Okay. Those look like chains to me. Okay. So now we got chains, right? Statue of Liberty. It's just like, oh yeah, all fun and games. Yeah, Statue of Liberty. Yeah, Statue of Liberty.
I've always compared the Columbia thing to the Statue of Liberty.
Hold on, hold on,
Always.
hold on. We're gonna get there in a minute. What's that? It's weird. Hmm. Then she's carrying a torch. What's she carrying a torch for? What's the torch for? Fucking weird, right?
I've always imagined the torch was like victory over something, you know?
That's fine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're gonna get there. Trust me. What chains? Fucking weird. Hmm. Chains. Statue of Liberty. Hmm. You know who that
Oh,
is to the left?
that's an angel, isn't it?
Well, let's take a little peeky poo here. Who's this? Satan summoning his legions bath towel by mountain dreams.
Hmm.
Hmm. That's
Very
an
interesting.
actual that's an actual statue of the evildoer. Sorry for the lag. My apologies, everyone, including
No, you're
yourself.
good. You're good, dude.
But we'll move on because there's other pictures that I have here. Okay. Who's that guy? Who does that look like to anyone? This
Oh,
is
what's his name?
Anton LaVey, the founder of the Satanist Church or a
Yes,
Satanic
I
Temple.
he
But
even
who does
wrote
he look like?
he even did a Bible,
Yeah,
if
but
I'm not mistaken.
who does he look like?
I can't think of his name, man.
Oh, you
Jesus.
know his name.
Oh no,
Can't think of
man.
it, but you know
I'm
who
bad
his
with
name is.
names, man.
Yeah, look at that. Who does that look like? Weirdo. The name could possibly rhyme with Tate.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh man, you got me messed up, bro.
And I got you
Yeah,
messed up. These motherfuckers got me fucked up. Who does that look like? Andrew Tate, maybe? And
yeah.
I'm
You
not going to
remember?
compare the faces because I've already have. I'm convinced. And weird.
Yes, he
Same
does.
ears, those fucking Dumbo ears, the nose.
If people don't know who this guy is, he used to be a UFC fighter. If you remember, he was
Well,
a fan at one
hold on.
time.
No, 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 no. No. He is a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
And one thing we have to understand that he's a very, very popular
Yes. Yep.
dude.
There he goes. Yep. Wow.
Hmm. Strange. Hmm. Andrew Tate.
He's pretty wild, yo. He's
Hold
an
on.
interesting guy to listen to.
This guy.
Yeah.
This is the founder of the Satanic Church, and that's Andrew Tate. Okay.
Hmm.
One out of a trillion people that look like each other. That's weird. Okay, let's continue. Wow, who's that? Statue of Satan. Statue of Satan. Strange.
Don't you wonder why they make that? You know?
Just hang tight. What's that? Does that change at the bottom of his feet?
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh,
Did you not
yeah.
see the Statue of Liberty? Did you see
Yes.
her face?
Yes.
Nah, I don't think you did. Not you,
Change,
but
change so they can fly away or move.
no,
As they
it
should.
goes deeper than that. Hold on. Statue of Liberty, Statue of Satan. It's about to get real deep. Prepare yourself. All right. So let's see here. Oh, the Getty images. Okay. Wow. See that face and that nose?
Hmm.
That nose is very peculiar. Hmm? Even those lips is fucking crazy.
Yo, bro. That's
Hold on.
yo.
It's not a she. So like you got one,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 horns per se.
Hmm. Yeah, I was about to say her spikes represents horns.
Look at okay, let's just say quote her, right? Look at that nose. Man, who does that nose remind you of? Hmm. Hmm.
Interesting. Very
Interesting.
interesting. Yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Interesting. Look at those lips in that nose, bro.
Wow.
Let's take it a little further. I don't know what the fuck just happened here.
It's indeed.
Yeah, well, let's
It
just
is.
jump to here. Hmm. Hmm.
Yep. Yep.
Let's take it
Wow.
further. Let's take it further. We're gonna spit fire this shit real quick. Gladys Presley. Who does that look like, sir? Who does that look like right there?
Hmm.
Who does that look like, sir? You know the
I,
answer.
I can't. I can't, man. Hold
You
on.
can't? Oh, weird,
Surprising.
right? Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that face. Right, okay. All right. And we're going to leave it at this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's just okay.
Wow.
Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on.
wow.
Hold on. Hold on. Because this computer just loves to lag when I'm trying to get to a point. So,
It's the government.
it's not the government. It's just
Yeah, I was about to say,
it's
put some
it's
more weight on
Satan
her.
himself.
Put some more weight on her. Yeah, you're gonna see it.
It's just Satan themselves. Hmm.
Wow, dude.
Why am I mentioning this, right? Because people maybe, hold on, that's not even, dude, that's not even like what I wanted to show you. I just wasn't prepared because I didn't know where we were going with this. Okay. Let's go to, there it is.
Wow,
There
bro.
it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Hold on a
creepy,
second.
bro.
It's not creepy. It's just what it is. So check it out. Look at that nose, right? You see how
Mhm.
that nose goes straight? Of
Interesting.
course they're gonna block this one, right? Yeah. Look at that nose.
Yeah.
That nose obviously is just her. Look at that nose.
Bro, that
Look
picture's
at that
crazy,
nose. Really
man.
quick, hold on.
Yeah.
Why does it keep doing that? Okay, look at that nose, that face,
Hmm.
right? Look at that face.
Yeah.
Look at that face.
Yeah, that
Now, if you're
suggests
not
creepy.
using your own eyeballs, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
So, as I was saying, the fallen angels are here and in full effect. So when you have the Epstein files, look at that. Come on, dude. How? Okay, so this is the point. How is it? And that's Donald Trump and Elvis's resting face.
Hmm.
I don't even want to get into Hitler right now because that's just going to take it a lot further where you're going to cry. Because I did. Today again, I teared. I teared today again because I couldn't fucking believe the shit that I was finding out. And it's ironic that it's called duality, right? So you
Hmm.
have, oh, I'm sorry. Did you know whose mother that really was?
No.
You know who this is?
Mm-mm.
That's Elon Musk, brother.
What?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So let's take it back a little bit. The duality is, or let's say that's Trump. Maybe they both. Who the fuck knows? But right now, I want to leave it at this, and I'll let you have it. Duality means I love you so much, and then I hate you so much. I love you
Hmm.
so much. Why do you think, out of all the people in the world, Trump mentioned only Rosie O'Donnell? Because they're
Hmm.
fucking playing with us, dude. That's why.
Yeah, I remember he had bad taste for her.
He still does. He still
Yep.
literally mentions her in fucking press conferences.
Yeah.
Because if you think for 1 second that this person and this person is not the same person, then I don't know what to tell you. How is that a coincidence? Look at the
No, even
fucking
the,
faces.
even the picture. Go to the picture where she's young. That's even closer.
Look at this guy. Hold on really quick.
Interesting.
Look at the nose. It's just like anyway, but you said go to the which one?
Go to the black and white picture of Rosie O'Donnell.
This one?
No, not that one.
Sorry, hold on.
Go back to the other one.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go to that one.
Look at that. That's a way better comparison. Look at that.
How do you deny that? You have to be like I can't even think of a fucking word to say like the coincidence. That's not a coincidence, bro.
Yeah.
It's not a coincidence that they're playing games with us, acting like they hate each other. Meanwhile, they're all in it on each other. Look
Mhm.
at this fucking face. Look at that nose. And then look at the statue of Lucifer. You think that's a fucking like coincidence?
Well, if you remember the story of Elvis, they called him a demon. They did.
Well, he's not a demon. He's a beautiful angel. He's literally like a beautiful angel. That's why he's the king of pop. That's
Hmm.
why these motherfuckers want everyone cheering and gravitating towards them.
Yep.
So, is all of this real? I don't fucking know. I'm just having fun
Comparing.
digging. I'm
Yeah.
having fun digging, honestly. And thanks to Tyler, the fittest flat earther that's introduced me, I paid for a prescription. It was like $4.99.
Yeah.
And it just fucking like, bro, all the information that he could possibly have. And what I love about it is that we have the liberty to dig deeper. So he's like, okay, check
Mhm.
this out. And I'm like, oh, yeah, now I'm going to spend hours on that 10-minute video.
Yep.
It's absolutely disgusting what's going on. These people are deceptive. There's no, it goes a lot deeper than this. This is just like not even scratching the surface, not even close. Oh, dude, we're like in the kiddie pool area.
Yeah. Wow.
And the coincidence is it's frightening because I sent my mom a couple of pictures today before we got on the phone as well. And she was just like, like I told you, and she didn't want to hear it. And I'm like, no, it's fine. I just want to let you know. Just like when Jehovah's Witnesses knock on doors and people are like, I don't want to hear it, right? It's the same shit. People are afraid to understand what is real and what is not. And I really feel like once you understand that we're all being fucked with, your life becomes a lot more free. Right now, I
Yeah.
feel so liberated, bro, because I understand that like these Epstein files, like I see my homegirl, um, another one of my friends, and she's just like, why are we not going after these people? Like, yo, you're banging your head against the wall because none of this shit matters. There is gonna be no justice. We
Nope.
have to pay attention to
Nope.
what is actually happening.
Yeah. I'm going to share this with you real quick to end
Take
my
your
segment
time.
here.
Yeah.
Um, it's interesting. The people that are being shown are the people that set the tone towards sexuality, towards there's nothing wrong with doing this. Because remember, Elvis alone, they never showed his hips down, if you will. Okay, they always
His
hid
what?
his hips. they never wanted to show him like humping the air and doing all that sexual shit.
You like for
Yeah,
censorship and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Okay, and before you know it, look at how we're living now, bro. You're basically watching a porn video. They just have clothes on.
It's
You know what
true.
I'm saying? So, like it's just interesting because a lot of these people, they have contributed to the sins of this world, if you want to say it that way, so people can understand. And now we just have powerful people that are now, I don't know, at one time they were this way, now we're this way, and it could be worse, maybe good. Look at Trump, oh, the pussy grabber, like, oh, okay, like when he was young, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's like what the hell? But now, because he did that, you saw what happened with Michael Jordan. What's going on here? And everybody had to chime in. Look, man, the kid got some ice in the back of his shirt and he was trying to get it out. Okay, but people jumped on that so fast, bro. So fast. And he wasn't even on the list. I even read one comment where, oh, he must be on the list somewhere, but he's so rich that they just kept him out. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like now you can't even touch a kid. You cannot be a well-known, powerful person without touching a kid, you
How
know?
about you can't be a well-known, powerful person without being evil?
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. So, is Michael Jordan a bad person? I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna put it past
I
me.
don't know. Let's see. Michael Jordan is proven, not speculation. That motherfucker was Jackie Robinson. You know who Jackie Robinson
Yes,
was?
yes, I do.
Yeah, it's not proven, it's a fact. They have, again, it's one out of a trillion to have the same facial markings, the same talent.
Hmm.
These people are the fallen angels. Yeah, I don't think you get it. And you will. No, trust me. I'm not beating down on you, but I guarantee you when you get it, that whole is he flies right out
Hmm.
the window. These motherfuckers are insanely evil. And you know why? Not because Michael Jordan is let's say murdering people by the thousands. It's because when you lie, what was the first sin in eternity? The
Hmm.
first sin, do you remember?
By eating the apple.
No. What was the first sin?
The
Can
first thing
you?
would have been Satan when he just wanted to do things his own way.
No, and this is not a test. I'm literally talking to Christians that
Yeah.
act like they read the Bible and go to church every single day, right? Is a lie. That was the first sin. A
Oh,
fucking
okay.
lie. So, just because you act cool and you sell shoes and you're a good athlete and you smile and you treat people good, you can do all of that, but you're a fucking liar.
Yep. I
That's
got I got you on
that
that. Yep.
is disgusting. That's like me telling you we're going 50-50 on this channel, but I'm taking 70 and giving you 30 and you never found out about it. But I was nice to you. I was nice to your kids. Treated your wife with respect
Came over
until
for dinner.
came over for dinner, whatever the case is. But then we're lying in our deathbeds at 90 and it's just like, Henry, I just wanted to tell you, man, I'm sorry, but I never gave you 50-50. That shit's going to hurt you a lot more than anything because I lied to you.
Well, it'll be your last two words as part
Well,
of your little
fuck, dude. All right, so I'll
it'll
have
be
security around me when I,
like, I'm about to die, but I fucked you.
No, but on a serious note, um, everything we're talking about is for entertainment purposes.
Yes, it
We don't
is.
know the truth, dude. Like we don't like. No, I'm dead serious though. We don't know what the
It's
fucking truth.
interesting. It's very interesting. And, if you can't think about it without getting offended, then, you know,
It's not for you.
yeah, it's just not for you. But it's something to think about. Do your research. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the comparisons are there. It's interesting. As we were talking about Michael Jordan is the only basketball athlete that had skills that you could not explain at all. Okay. The closest person that came was Kobe Bryant, and unfortunately, his death came too early.
Oh,
But
he's not dead.
no, 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 hold on, just to give people something to think about.
We found
Oh,
him.
he's about to break Jordan's record. Let's distinguish him. Here's an
Oh,
island, buddy. One of the many islands that are out there. Because you got to remember, we're only told whatever we're being told. You know what I'm
bro,
saying?
he's playing football right now. You didn't even
Yeah.
know that. We haven't
Yep.
even gotten that far.
Yep. And he's a
Kobe
big guy
Bryant
now.
is literally playing football. But what's funny about Michael Jordan is he was Jackie Robinson. That
Yeah.
is proof beyond. You can
Yeah.
compare the faces, but what's hilarious about that because they love playing games with us. Michael Jordan was is the greatest basketball player. It's just so weird that his number was 2-3, which is 3-3, which is Mason, right? Two
Hmm.
times three is 3-3. But what did he try to do after his basketball career? Do you remember? He tried to play baseball
Oh
and he,
yeah.
quote, sucked at it, but he
Yep.
was
And
really fucking good at it before he
came
was
back
a basketball player.
came back in for a couple of more games. Hey, you want to hear something creepy? Do not move your mouse. You see the Elvis Presley photos, the three, and then you see the one with just the eyes sticking out.
I don't see anything you're looking at right now.
Oh, okay. Well, you have like half his face, and I don't know why I thought it was
Right
Trump.
now,
Right now, I see the image of Elvis Presley.
it says screen sharing is paused. Now
Oh,
you see it. That's strange. I shouldn't have did that. But what were you looking at?
now half his face is there's a picture, there's three pictures, okay? And one of them has half his face shown, just his eyes and nose. I don't know why. I was about to ask you, yo, is that Trump? Just saying,
Are
bro.
you joking? That is
I
Trump. Here, we're gonna end it with this. No, now I have to show you. This is Elvis Presley is Donald Trump, and you need to know that. And whoever else wants to, believe it or whatever, that's your problem. I'm past trying to convince you. I'm gonna show you, and you're gonna accept it or not. That's where I'm at. So,
I
yeah.
see it. The devil in
Where
disguise.
is it?
It's on the top, right next to Charlie Kirk.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at
Oh
Charlie
shit.
Kirk.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. So you know the song, right? You're a devil in disguise. You
Yeah,
think that's
yeah,
a fucking coincidence? Come on, dude. All right, this is gonna be the last thing, and we're doing a
yeah.
hard stop after this, and then me and Mode are gonna go into the chat room. Which, if anybody is interested in joining with us at some time in the future, you're more than welcome. But oh, look at that! I was just saying, you're the devil in disguise. Oh yes, you are the devil in this. All right, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. All right.
Bro, the eyes, man. That picture had me, bro, trust
You
me.
know, I don't think you're taking this shit serious. I think you're very skeptical about it, and I appreciate that. I get it, but once you fucking find out, bro,
Dude, I'm telling you, trust me when I tell you this, bro. When I was looking at that
I
picture,
believe you.
I kept
I'm
saying,
just saying.
is that a young Donald Trump?
All
Like,
right,
like
let's do this. Let's do this real quick, and then we'll have a private conversation because I don't want to talk to people too much. No, go ahead.
You know the saying, truth in plain sight, right? Well, I want to show you the truth in this one, right in plain sight. First, I want to show you that that's actually a song of Elvis's. You're the devil in disguise. You look like an angel. You walk like an angel. Talk like an angel. But I got wise. You're the devil in disguise. Could he be talking about himself?
Hmm.
What you first need to know about the devil, aka Lucifer, if you're not familiar with the Bible, is that he was cast out of heaven primarily due to his pride and rebellion against God because, well, he wanted to be worshipped like God instead of worshiping the Most High. So he and a third of the other fallen angels got banished down here in Earth with us. And well, if you were stuck in Earth with all of God's people and you still wanted to be worshipped like the Most High, what better person to be than the king of rock?
And really quick, this is exactly what I was trying to explain to my mom. You know, like, okay, you go to the Kingdom Hall 3 times a week, etc., but you won't even acknowledge what's actually happening. So, what is the point of going to church or the Kingdom Hall if you're not actually paying attention to what is happening? Like, I don't understand it. What's the point? How can you fight? God needs us to be soldiers and fight. But if you're blocking that off and like, well, Jehovah's gonna save us, it's just like, dude, like that's not the point.
Well, would you like to hear a fun fact before you continue?
Yeah.
The story of Elvis, his manager, Elvis wanted to go to Europe. He wanted to go to London. He wanted to go to Paris and all that. And the manager kept him from doing that. Therefore, he wound up performing in Las Vegas, which he became very popular with. He ended his career not traveling. I don't know if you know this. He ended his career not traveling. I find it interesting that was he being protected because over there you got the Vatican, you got the Pope, you got all very heavy religious outputs over there. But it's just very interesting as I'm watching this, the little picture of him with the crown,
Yeah.
you know, and I was just thinking, I said, I wonder if they kept him purposely from not go. He never left the States, bro. Everything was here. His whole life was here. His whole career was here. He never toured over by Europe and all that. And that's where
Just
you
so
have the
you
Catholic churches over there and all that with the popes and all that.
yeah, that's just a decoy. Elvis is
Yeah,
Elvis. He's
yeah,
literally evil. He is Satan himself.
yeah.
That's why he calls himself the king of pop, dude. Like, it's not a coincidence. So, like, whatever stories they tell you, this is what we have to be careful with.
Hmm.
There's a million stories. Harry Potter's a great story. They just do that to make you think, like, oh, yeah, he's being protected. This motherfucker is Satan himself. Let's continue. Just watch.
Rock and roll, because there sure aren't too many people that have been worshipped as highly as Elvis. And
Nope.
well, do you know there are a lot of
Yep.
people that say that Lucifer was in charge of music in heaven before he was
Yep.
banished? Huh. So if you're musically inclined and you're the devil and you want to get people to worship you, why not just blend in and pretend to be one of them? But Tyler, this fall happened centuries and centuries, thousands of years ago. Elvis has just been around for decades. Oh, yeah? Have you ever seen what the original Statue
Oh,
of
here we
Liberty
go.
looked like? A lot of people
Wow, right
draw
there, bro.
comparisons to how similar
He does it better.
it looks to Elvis. And well, you know about the Statue of Liberty, right? Right? Well, there are a lot of people, myself included, that
He does it
speculate
better.
that the Statue of Liberty is actually a statue of Lucifer. Because this is an actual statue of Lucifer, and well, they look alike, and they both have 7-point crowns, and they both have chains attached at the ankle and torches, and the Statue of Liberty's in the Big Apple, and Lucifer has an apple in the statue because he was known to give the forbidden fruit. Maybe you're saying if Elvis was really Lucifer, well, where's Elvis now?
Bro, just look at that face for a second.
Yeah.
And specifically these lips, especially when Donald Trump was younger. Like, bro,
Hmm. I'm telling you, man, that half a face, once you get up to the nose and show the eyes, bro, I'm telling you, that picture looked like I really thought it was Donald Trump.
dude.
Uh, I'm not lying, bro. When I
No,
saw that,
no, I'm listening. Yeah.
authentically, I thought it was a young Donald Trump.
And then you think about like the journey that these fallen angels have been through. They've seen
Hmm.
it all.
So he's gone, and then you got Donald Trump who takes over, basically.
Well, what do you mean he's gone?
Well, the world believes he's gone, and then Donald
Dude,
Trump takes over.
it's a journey through the life of like
Yes, yes.
thousands. tens of thousands of years. These motherfuckers are having so much fun, right?
Well, when you look at
Holy
when you
shit.
look at I forgot the name of the movie. It was like a weird vampire movie, and they live in a town as a family to a certain amount of time, and then they have to move before people suspect them. Like, yo, this guy hasn't aged. You know what I'm saying?
Don't he's about to get into it. Let
Oh, okay, okay.
because you're on point. You know exactly
Yeah,
because of what? If Elvis lived to 200 years old, people are gonna be like, "Well, what the fuck, dude? What are you eating? Chicken?"
yeah.
Just let's continue.
Died. Wouldn't he still be around as a fallen angel that is undying? Well, yeah. Maybe he just changed his looks and identity. And instead of being worshipped as
Dude,
a musician, maybe he's
let him
being
cook.
worshipped as a politician. Did you see what Putin gave him as a tribute? This lovely portrait that just happened to have a statue of Lucifer, I mean, Liberty, in it, doing a similar pose. But you probably don't believe me yet, so let's go back to the whole truth in plain sight thing. Let's hear it from the man himself. Are you aware that Donald Trump has posted several times of him and Elvis, comparisons of him and Elvis, a side-by-side of him and Elvis that looks suspiciously similar to one I've posted? And oh, you want to see how many likes it had? 666. Boy, that number seems familiar, almost like it's biblical or something. And do you remember during his campaign what number you would text for him? 88 minus 22 is 66, almost like it's biblical or something. Oh, and I bet you can't guess where Trump lived in the Trump Tower on the 66th floor. Almost like that number's biblical or something. But he can show us this all he wants.
Bruh.
Why don't we listen to what he has to say?
The king of rock and roll, the true king. You have to say that.
True king.
Elvis Aaron Presley.
I wonder what he means when he says the true king. Almost like he's the true king instead of God. But hang on, there's more.
Forget Donald J. Trump. Meet Donald Elvis Trump.
Elvis! We love Elvis.
But people were left feeling when the president took it a step further.
I shouldn't say this. You'll say I'm very conceited because I'm not. But other than the blonde hair, when I was growing up, they said I looked like Elvis. You see that?
So you've heard it from my mouth, you've heard it from the horse's mouth. I wonder what newscasters have to say. After all, they all know, because they all worship the devil, and they know who the devil is.
Bro, look at that face, bro.
Yeah.
Look at that fucking face, dude. Holy shit.
So I'm saying it, the horse is saying it, the newscasters are saying it. I wonder if there's any evidence of it in old TV shows.
Call me the
So at this point, you have a few choices. You can look right in my face through your phone or TV or whatever and say this person's crazy, he has no sense of logic whatsoever. Or you can look at the dots I have literally laid out for you. And
Bruh.
if those dots aren't enough for you, well then, why don't you look at these dots right there, and those dots right there, and still try to say, I don't connect the dots for you. And if those still aren't enough for you, well, then why don't you look at these two? There and there and there and there. Now, at denying it at this point, I'm looking at you and saying, what's wrong with you? Are you just too imprisoned by the matrix
I'm
that they
telling
have
you, that
created
looks like a young
for your
Donald Trump, bro.
Yeah, and the thing is that yeah, they are able to age because they are in human form, but then they can de-age.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm not saying that lightly. I've obviously done the research. So,
Yeah.
dude, let's finish this off and then we'll give our final thoughts.
Reality that you can't escape it, or are you just a doubting Thomas? But of course, all this is for entertainment purposes. I'm a satire
Holy
account. I'm definitely
shit,
not
dude.
someone fighting for the side of good and
Holy
God and doing the
shit.
best I can to fight
All the way
these
to the
fallen
eye
angels.
separation, bro.
Nope.
Bruh.
Entertainment only, people.
Knows everything.
And we're gonna leave it right there.
Yo,
Um,
I looked this up. I'm gonna read this to you real quick. I'm not gonna read it all. I looked at the names of Lucifer and Liberty, what they share, and it says deep symbolic, etymological, and thematic connection centered on the concepts of light, enlightenment, and liberation. Though they are often placed in opposition in popular culture, they separate it. Okay. The light binger concept. Both names are tied to the bringing of light. Lucifer is derived from the Latin lux, light, and fur to carry, bring meaning light binger. Okay, then the symbolism of rebellion and knowledge. That this is what Lucifer and Liberty have, that they share. And it's very interesting that you're showing this because, yeah, that's all I have to say, man. They got the Morning Star connection, connections to Venus and the Prometheus, Latin origins. Both terms root back to Latin, with Lucifer meaning light bringer and liberty stemming from libertas. Very interesting. Very mother effing interesting, bro.
and this is why, like, when my mom says, the Jehovah's Witnesses are the
Hmm.
truth, yeah, they speak some of the truth, but again, the letter J did not come out to the 15th century.
Hmm.
That is a long time after Jesus was executed.
Yeah. Yep.
His name is Yeshua.
Hmm.
Now, what is the original? Like people are like, oh, okay, it was Latin, right? Now you call Jesus what in Latin? What is Jesus' name in Latin?
Jesus.
What is that familiar with? Think about it. Did you just say Jesus?
Yeah, Jesus.
Or did you say Hail Zeus?
Oh,
Huh? What did you just
okay.
say?
Hail Zeus. Jesus. Wow, interesting, man.
Is
Wow.
it no different from me saying, Henry, call my number 75755, like whatever, whatever. But then, do you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, like I lost my chain of thought right there because I didn't
No,
know how exactly how to get it out.
what you're saying is, they say everything has always derived in the Latin language. I don't know if people realize that, not English, you know. And even Jehovah or God, he was referenced to as Yahweh. You know what I mean? Um,
And it's not even Yahweh, it's Yahuwah
yeah.
and Yeshua. So the thing is
Uh-huh.
that if someone's breaking into my house and I call 211, that's the information hotline. If
Yeah.
I call 911, that's 911's number.
Yeah.
So the thing is that it's not that God is cruel, in my opinion, and it's just like, oh, well, I know who you're not calling my name. I'm gonna be stubborn, like no,
Yeah.
that's not the point that I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make is that when you're saying Jesus and Jehovah, and the only reason why I've referenced that to certain people so they understand who I'm speaking about. But if I'm in the middle of the street and you're like, Kenny, 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 I'm not paying no mind to that. I'm just going to keep walking. Now, if you say Victor or Vic, you have my attention. That's my point. Your
Now,
name is not Bob, like my stepfather. Your name is Henry. So, when it says in the Bible, call his name the proper way, you might want to.
Hmm. Well,
Just saying.
well, I will say this, and you're right about that. Um, you remember I told you the reason why I stopped following it was because I was growing peach fuzz and the elders, you know, put me. It was three. I'll never forget. It was three elders. Okay, and one of them I liked a lot. Okay, and this is without my father. Three adults that I don't really know. I just know that we study together or whatever. And they were like, "Yeah, you got to cut that off. You can't." And I'm like, "But why?" I was all about but whys. Okay, so I went ahead and cut it off. Now I went, if you remember, in the Kingdom Hall, they break off, and you got the young cats that go downstairs or to another room, and they
Yeah, it
do
depends.
stuff.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
worked my way where I was good doing it up in the actual congregation, and my father one time asked me, "How come you never use Jehovah's name?" And this is, and all I did was put a bug in my father's head. And I said, "Well, I believe in a creator because there's so much religion out there and they all have all these different names. But this is how I used to pray. Dear Heavenly Father, our creator." I
Hmm.
never said his name because I believed in that. That was my belief. I would say this much, I wasn't saying prayers no more. After-
Well, we'll end it at this. We're gonna do a hard stop after this because of the timer, and we're
yeah.
gonna
Okay.
chat after. And
Yeah.
anyone that's willing